Episode 10.
Episode 10. We're in double digits. This is Unrolled, the worst cigar podcast on YouTube.
On the entire internet.
Yeah, we're trying. I think we're doing pretty well.
Doing really well. I don't know.
No, like for being the worst.
Oh, I was going to say, we had a bunch of views.
Yeah.
On last week's.
Yeah.
Like, in record time.
Was that because John's so funny looking?
And I thought, people were like, is that a gorilla? How are they talking to a gorilla? What the hell's going on there?
I can't believe you're smoking that, man. We should smoke one of these.
I'm not.
Come on.
One? Like the one that wrapped in newspaper, maybe?
Yeah.
No thanks.
Dude, let's get the one that's like...
No.
All right, so somebody sent us here, what is this? MJ Frias. Premium Handmade Cigars located in Dominican Republic. Thanks, Jeremy, for sending some cigars to the podcast. He's like, hey, review these on Unrolled so we can grow our sales by one.
He absolutely did not.
He did not. I'm making all that up. But I will smoke one here.
Absolutely did not.
For the first time.
You want to hand me the lighter?
You don't have a lighter?
No.
Oh, good luck.
That's why I asked if you had a lighter.
Oh, I see. I thought
it'll burn all the fuzzies off my...
Yeah. Yep.
This lighter's been around since the beginning.
Since the beginning.
And what happens is people touch it, and you're not allowed to touch it. I mean, you're allowed to use it, of course, but you're not allowed to touch it down here in its no-no spots. And every time somebody does, they screw it up, and then we have to spend an hour clicking it and screwing with it to get it to work even close to anything again. And he's gone.
Give me a second.
Podcast has started, and Mike's gone. It's not even going to work today.
Oh, it's the first light. Sorry about that. Had to get my morning allergy stuff out. What do we got? Oh, check out that humidipack. HumiSmart.
HumiSmart.
I wonder if... Check that out. It's kind of cool. Alright. We're actually doing a little cigar stuff because we normally just do this when it comes in. And then we didn't really invite anybody on to the podcast. And
Hinkle will be on next week.
You think so?
Yeah. He said he would.
Yeah. So anyone is welcome to come onto the podcast. Just shoot us a message on any of the socials.
Anyone.
Just smoke a cigar, have thick skin. I thought John was fantastic. Funny dude. Should be a comedian. He's almost as funny as he is funny looking. All right. So
I wouldn't say that. He's pretty funny looking.
Look at these guys here. What is this again?
I just don't understand the newspaper. I just don't understand it.
What do you think the newspaper says? It's not even a real newspaper.
Is it in Spanish?
Yes.
It's in Spanish. The other one isn't.
The other one's not?
Mm-mm. The other one...
Oh, this is... Look at the first words I see on this newspaper that's wrapped. Literally the first... I'm spinning it around and I literally read COVID-19. And I'm like, oh, well, let's skip that cigar for now. So they...
it's the cure.
I assume they come like this whenever you buy them. So we haven't bought anything from this company yet. We don't normally do too much in like visuals on this show. The camera's just sitting there.
Don't. Right.
So... look how frustrating this is.
I just don't understand. And you can't even read the paper now. What's the point?
I don't know.
I don't understand why the newspaper.
I think I'm going to skip on this one. It's pretty cool.
What's it smell like?
I don't know. Looks like it smells like it's got holes in it.
I can't smell it. That's not a good thing, is it?
Mm-mm. You know what we should do to that? Well, that's not even a COVID one. You can't smell it? Let's get that audio.
There you go. Yeah.
I don't smell anything either. I just don't. I don't like that there's vampire holes in it or maybe tobacco beetle holes.
Is it from the staple? Them stapling the newspaper to it?
Well, there's no staple in the newspaper.
I just don't get the newspaper.
We should have a conversation about.
It puts me off.
We should have a conversation about marketing and how much people put into marketing of their cigars versus just putting it into the cigars, because now I gotta have a newspaper. Is that
an ambulance?
It's legit a murder scene.
Yes.
It is. Yes. Here.
that.
Hopefully you can get this view. This is a fully covered up person on a stretcher.
And there's some naked dudes on the back.
No, that's soccer.
Oh, is it soccer?
Yeah,
All right.
Yeah, soccer. Football, if you're watching from another country.
Oh, well, the paper's in Spanish, so it's football.
Right. I'm trying to figure out where the paper's from.
Nueva Cena, so that's new.
New. No, it's not Cena. It's
Live terrible translations.
Yeah. Is that SEPA?
No, it's Cena.
There's a P.
C-E-N-A.
P.
Oh, SEPA.
Yeah.
Incrementa.
God. You know, this podcast has really gone downhill.
Los casos de COVID.
So is that the... Yeah. I'm not even going to try. I don't want to be made fun of too much.
That's...
So this is a Don Ariel.
Just, the newspaper just throws me off. I don't know. It's, when I see newspaper like that, I think of something I found in a wall.
You know, I'm not a marketing major. I'm not a marketing major.
Puts me off. I don't like it.
And I'm going to smoke something here out of this bag of stuff. But I've been kind of in an upset mood lately. It's first quarter blues. I'm stressing out about a bunch of things. And but so I'm looking at this so far. So far we've got all this paper I had to unroll to show me what would look like a decent cigar, except for it's got holes in it. So I'm going to just set that one aside.
Would you have had to have unrolled it? Can't you just...
Is it amazing that we say unrolled? Like, look at that fanciness. Like, that's the name of the podcast, and we're saying unrolled. But hold on, can you pause for a second? And so this cigar is called the Deep South Cigar Company.
Right.
The Deep South. And I'm okay with that. This is a very large, I'd say probably I'm gonna do this motion here. This is a pretty large. Oh yeah. This is some ASMR type videos. All right. Well, I'm not done with the cigar yet. I'm okay with all this. Look at the marketing. Again, not a marketing guy. Deep South Cigar, band on the end. Can you tell me what those letters say right there?
Canceled. That's what they say.
It says BBC.
Right.
Now, you might be in the bad boy club, or you might have a big something, but you're going to put that on a large Maduro cigar, and you're going to name it. And the rooster, it has a rooster.
These guys.
It has a rooster, and this is the big black rooster cigar.
Yeah, I like those guys.
You like that marketing?
Yeah, that's good.
You want to put that in your mouth?
That's good.
Can I put this?
Marketing.
Can I put this cigar? Can I put this BBC in your mouth?
I know a couple guys that'll take that.
Well, no, and I'm with that. I mean, you might as well put a little ring right here, squeeze that tight so it creates a head that goes, like a tip that goes in your mouth.
Lasts longer that way, too.
So, I strike two for me, because I don't want a BBC in my mouth.
So, but do you want to hoover some schneef? Because...
Yeah, let's see that roll.
We can play Tell Us Pirates with this.
I don't know.
I spent a lot of time taking that out of there.
Actually, doesn't smell bad.
No, the cigar has a smell. That one smells too. Smells not like bad, but you can smell cigar.
It smells something different.
Is it newspaper?
I think it's ink transferring to it. What is that? Like lead? So that's awesome.
I mean, who knows? It probably isn't that Spanish newspaper.
This one actually looks pretty good. This cigar does. I'm going to smoke one of these. I'm probably going to smoke one of these smaller ones since I'm wasting all this time with this shit.
Right.
This one's called the Notorious. I don't know. The wrapper looks kind of suspect. Oh, look at that triple. The triple wrapper. Oh, what's that size? The size is, hell, I don't know.
It looks, that one looks rolled well. It's got the little pigtail at the end.
Yeah, I like the pigtail. You got a Maduro, a Candela, but kind of a darker Candela, and then a natural wrapper. I think this is going to be my winner. I don't know why you leave that cord over there. Oh, getting the feedback.
Yeah, look at that.
Getting the feedback.
Beautiful.
Oh, there it is. Oh.
Beautiful.
Hey, you want a little zippy tie thing?
Ooh. Oh, my God.
Man, when that bass hits.
What the fuck? There.
Probably none of that will transfer over.
There. I bet all that transfers over. Sorry about the feedback. I was working on it.
All right. So, I'm going to go with...
Wouldn't be the worst cigar podcast on the internet if it wasn't some feedback. Did you cut the wrong end?
Mm-mm.
You cut the pigtail off.
Yeah, that's the end. That's where it ends at.
Oh, I don't know what I'm thinking.
That's early. It's day before.
It's really early for me.
2 days before the Snowmageddon. It's going to hit the Midwest.
No, because we air on Wednesdays. So
we're recording the day before. So
right.
So maybe the background should be milk, eggs, and bread.
Snowmageddon.
Because everybody's going to be stuck inside watching this. And I'm sorry that this is all you get. So we're going to finish going through this bag of cigars. And all of these are economical. We were kind of looking at the price points yesterday when they came.
Yeah.
They're not super expensive. Bless you. This one's a little hard to get going just because it comes down to that Figurado end. Oh, this one's called the Headhunter. And Notorious.
The Headhunter.
Yes. I don't want to make fun of anybody's name, but when you got BBC on a...
It's just all terrible. And then there's a bunch in there with no wrapper, no nothing.
Well, it's a box press, though. I should have... If I would have seen that before, I would have smoked that one. Maybe I'll smoke both at the same time, because what else are we going to do today? And then, oh, look at that. This one doesn't have a wrapper, a label, but we're going to call this one the legit dog turd. Look at that. If that was floating in the pool, I'd get out. Would you get out?
I don't know.
That's something. That's something. All right. We should set those out there. I don't know if anybody can see them or if anybody wants to. Sounds pretty dense.
We can use that for the sound single in the beginning.
Wow, look at that, dude. It ain't even breaking.
That's
I mean,
solid.
that kind of gives you some indication on how well it's rolled.
You got a knife on you?
No.
No, we could have dissected them.
I lift it up there. Yeah, we should unroll a cigar on Unrolled.
We could have dissected one of them, see if they're short filler garbage.
I'll be right back. We need to.
Yeah, well, you're the one that leaves all the time, so it makes sense.
Try not to cuss.
Try not. Have I cussed yet?
Nope.
I don't think so.
Nope.
Mm-mm. Starting off slow today, fellas. I mean, the feedback and it's just going to be a terrible one today. Just going to be a terrible one. So, Mike's got Velcro straps around here somewhere. I Velcroed his wire up so it wouldn't be a problem anymore, but I couldn't find them when it come time to do that to mine. So,
Where you want?
the Velcro straps. I'm not going to do it now.
All right, my apologies.
So my
apologies.
My headphone cord keeps getting hung up in my mic cord over here.
All right, so I bet you this one's a long filler cigar.
Are you going to cut them all open?
No, because that'd be wasteful. Nobody really smokes pipes in here, so nothing to give them to smoke.
Wasteful? You're just going to throw them away anyway.
I'm not. We're going to share them around. Like and comment, and I'll send one of these turds to you. Kidding.
Cut the one with the staple holes in it. Those are staple holes. That's what that is. They're the right distance apart and everything. They're staple holes.
There's different size staples though, and there's no staples in the paper.
Those are staple holes.
It's rather staples or that. See, that looks like a tobacco beetle hole to me, and that's a real thing.
You're gonna smoke tobacco beetles? At least they're children. Does that taste good?
It's real mild right now, and it's kind of boring, much like this podcast. So it fits perfect.
So far.
So far. All right, so the one that's got holes in it that I'd be nervous of smoking, it's got a fold over in. I mean, really, it's not a bad constructed cigar. I bet it's long filler. Feels dense. You want to feel my stick?
Nah.
You're
I just want you to cut it open.
I'm cutting it open.
Look at all that trash all over the place now.
Mm-hmm. Just to get cigars. Just to get a cigar out. All right. We're going to use their... Oh, maybe that's the staple. No, look how far apart that staple is.
I don't know, man.
That's Ude.
I know.
Yeah, no, that's... Look how far away that is. I think that's Beatles. All right.
But there's two holes right next to each other right there.
So that's an entrance and an exit. All right, so we're going to dive right in to this guy. So what we're cutting here is the... Oh, she's a real beaut, Clark.
Crispy.
She is a little dry. I guess the Humi Smart. All right.
Isn't so smart.
Isn't so smart. Well, that's a broadleaf wrapper. That's actually a nice little wrapper leaf. So we just got rid of the outside wrapper, the pretty wrapper, if you ever watch cigar rolling. Oh, and the binder came with it.
Very interesting.
All right. Let's see what happens. So we're going to get the binder out.
Just enthralling. I'm just glued to see.
Should I put the mic down lower so you can hear the unwrapping?
The crispiness? Because it's pretty crispy.
Okay, so what
you're unwrapping some KFC over there.
All right, we're getting to the filler now. It kind of almost looked like it was a double binder, which shouldn't be for as economical as these are. Oh, that's a great sign. So whenever you have little chunks like that coming out, so when you have a long filler premium cigar, you can tell should be able to tell by the price point. The tobacco is going to run from one end to the other, and it's going to be bunched up leaves that go all the way down. And this one's looking pretty. I mean, there's...
Yeah, it's long filler.
Hold on, bud. I think they trick you into thinking it's
long
filler. Yeah. I haven't done this in a while. I did this on a TikTok. What is going on here? Look at that. That's going to create a... Is that a stem? That's the center vein. That's the center vein of the leaf. Like...
Running all the way down.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I guess they use the whole leaf.
Oh, the whole leaf.
This thing's kind of rowdy looking.
No waste.
Like, that is the... So here is the vein that runs in a leaf. You almost always cut those out when you're prepping the tobacco. I feel really great about smoking this cigar right now. So, let's dive in a little further here.
What's going on there? That one's real thick.
Yeah, this is a thick leaf. It looks like it's a tubo type roll. There we go. Yeah, see, so here's our...
Oh, then
so
they get you with short filler in the middle.
Yeah, so it's actually filled with short filler.
That
looks like tree bark. I mean, so a cigar is going to be made up of different leaves, and that's what gives you different tastes. So you have your Seco leaf, your Liso leaf, your Ligero leaf, your Medio Tiempo leaf. All these things are, and then so many leaves of one, like so many Secos, so many Lisos. So, but when you can pull out without pulling like that, that's just filler. Like that's just the floor sweepings. Like we won't sweep these off the floor, but that one I pulled apart.
It's because we don't sweep the floors.
So this is true. So this is a medium and short filler cigar, and that's why it's priced accordingly.
What's medium filler?
So medium filler is just longer short filler.
Oh.
So,
Okay.
right. So it's like short filler. I know it's pretty technical, but what I love is that like here is legit vein number 2 from this pile of rubbish.
So of the two long filler, of the two whole leaves that they used, they left the veins in both of them.
No, I think that was part of the filler. So they probably just bunched up a bunch of stuff
Oh.
and didn't take the time to prep the leaves.
Yes.
And so when your leaves aren't prepped and you're not even going to cut the vein out. So like imagine this fire.
That was rolled in a car
Yeah, yeah. This was rolled with a dollar bill
off of a CD
or a
case.
newspaper. It's probably rolled with a newspaper. They just rolled it up with that.
That's the one that came out of the newspaper.
Yeah, yeah. So, and some of these, I mean, that leaf smells great. Like it smells like good tobacco, almost leathery. You want that's the darker Maduros will give you some of that leather.
Yeah, that smells good.
Yeah, yeah. It smells like a freshly made belt.
Yeah, that smells real good.
Or a belt after I get smacked with it. When I was at.
So that smells really good.
Yeah, no, and it probably would have smoked and tasted fine, but you know it's just this is what when you see a $3 cigar, a $5 cigar, you're online and you're like, man, there's a whole bundle for $20, and there's 20 in a bundle or 25 in a bundle. They don't even take the time or the care to pull out the stems in this. So like when that burns, that's going to burn differently than that.
Then the leaves?
Yeah, than the leaves. So this is going to it's going to create hot spots and runs because this is going to burn fast one way. Meanwhile, you're trying to burn down the forest with these sticks in there.
Right.
What a terrible. I mean, if there's a price point and there's a cigar for everybody, and not everybody can smoke $50 cigars every day. Not like I do.
Right.
Yeah. So minus this thing.
$50 worth of cigars every day, anyway.
I really knocked them down. It's first quarter. I'm down to, Brevas, like 3 Brevas a day.
The Brevas are good, though. The Brevas are short filler, aren't they?
They are. They're short filler, but it's
good, though.
But it's good short filler. That's the difference. So you gotta remember, in like Central America, if you're not doing something illegal, you're probably growing tobacco, sugar, and fruit.
Right.
So just like any industry, like the automotive industry, there's people that make really nice cars, and then there's people that make really...
And then there's Ford.
And then there's Ford.
Oh.
So, right. So then, then you get,
The brand loyalty thrown in there.
Right. So, and so when you're online and you're buying, a bundle of sticks and, so I carry some bundled cigars that'll be here today, but they're long filler cigars. So I make sure when I ask, it's long filler. And the reason for that is because there is some care involved whenever they go to roll the cigars. So that means they've actually deveined them. So that means there's some tobacco prep, and that means they would have wiped the leaves down to straighten them to cut that. And that kind of gets rid of a lot of that tobacco beetle larva. So now whenever you ship this this masterpiece here to Florida, and it's sitting in a warehouse there, so from Central America to Florida, it's nice and warm, and that gives the tobacco beetles plenty of time to hatch and go to town and start eating. So
right.
like whenever we get any cigars in, we check them for holes anyway. And now if they're cellophane wrapped, there's very little that a tobacco beetle can do except for eat that one cigar.
That's a box press too.
Yeah, that's a box press. They're good looking cigars. I'm kind of surprised that one turned out the way it did. So we should cut open a expensive Padron and see the difference.
No, I'm smoking a Padron. I don't like the Olivas. You can cut one of them open.
I like the Olivas. So when you get seconds,
I like that little fat one. The little fat one's good.
Do you? I like the bigger version of it.
Good.
I like the bigger version of it.
I've not had the bigger version.
It's he's talking about the Oliva Series V Melania, and it came out with a 460.
I was gonna say they're all named Melania.
No,
so
no, they're all Series V, but the Melania is like their top end. That's their top tier. That's why you like them. So yeah, whenever you see like even Oliva does this, Oliva seconds, so and so's seconds, or knockoffs, whatever. This is what you get. You get short and medium filler, Because whenever they cut the cigar smooth and straight,
But you're getting a short, medium filler of a quality tobacco.
absolutely, just like Fuentes, you know, it's like
Instead of somebody's Swisher Sweets floor sweepings.
well, right, and you know, Swisher.
Which Swisher Sweets floor sweepings are now whatever Drew Estate has left over.
Well, that's what goes in the boxes, obviously, to
Right.
surround their cigars.
Right.
You know, we might as well get out a box of Peacemakers and just cram this around it. So every time you pull one cigar out, all this comes everywhere.
Right.
Because that's what it's like selling Drew Estate cigars.
Right. Thank you, Drew Estate.
Thank you, Drew Estate and Swisher Sweet.
Right. Well, we don't sell Swisher Sweets.
No,
So.
no. That's the
I like their cherry cigarillos, though.
number one selling cigar
Well, yeah.
in the world.
I like their tip cherry cigarillos. Always have.
Wood or plastic tip?
Plastic.
Really?
Yeah. I like chewing on them. I chew on them more than I smoke them.
Whenever I was smoking those, I always liked the wood tip. Felt a little more natural.
Of course, I like backwoods too, though. So backwoods is garbage as well.
I don't know if I've ever had a backwoods.
So
Oh yeah,
backwoods is garbage, but I like them. I still pick up a pack every once in a while.
a lot of those. So the draw on this is not the best. I'm pairing it with a A&W root beer.
Right. How does that pair with that A&W root beer?
Root beer's way better. It's a pretty cigar, you know, and that intriguing stuff's what it'll get somebody to try it. I'm kind of excited to see if there's like big old stems in this.
So that's like that Candela wrapper. I don't like that green. That green puts me off too. I couldn't ever smoke one of them because it's green.
The Candela wrapper is cool. It's just mild. That's all.
It just
we're.
puts me off.
Yeah.
It probably tastes wonderful. It just puts me off.
You'd probably like it because you kind of go on the mild side on cigars. You rarely get that's probably the strongest cigar you get is the Peacemaker, and that's a medium body.
I don't know. I think them last calls are pretty strong.
Which ones? The Maduros?
The
regular, the
yeah.
Habanos?
Yeah,
Yeah.
the short ones. I think the short ones are strong. They're not strong enough to put you down, but they're pretty strong.
Yeah, I'm not the biggest fan of this one so far. The draw's still tight. I thought it was just tight because of the Figurado end, but we're fully engulfed here, and it's still pretty crappy.
Well, and maybe that's the one the Humidipack was sitting on top of.
Was this one?
That's got to make a difference.
Was this one in cellophane? This one was in cellophane.
Was it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Here's the cellophane for it. Yeah,
So it's just held its freshness a little better, maybe.
it could have. Yeah, I mean, it could be. I mean, it's not.
Just held its humidity a little better.
I'm squeezing pretty good. I mean, it's not crunchy. Well, I was going to put it up to my ear.
Yeah.
Obviously, that won't work.
I don't know. That's
Yeah.
the bullet,
That's at 60.
but that's what they're supposed to sound like.
Yeah, any wetter.
Right.
Any wetter, you're in trouble.
Right. It won't burn.
All right. I get a little bit. I mean, it's got good humidity. I don't know what the price point is on this.
Is that a half an hour talking about those garbage cigars?
No way.
That's the longest we went talking about cigars. And we were talking about pure trash.
Yeah. Isn't that something?
Pure trash.
Well, you know, it was all new to me, though.
And it's all trash. Look at it. It's trash. They're literally trash.
It's all new to me. See that hole?
Yeah.
That's what there's and I doubt if the camera will pick it up, but there's legit, like, I'm looking through the tobacco now, and then there's another one.
That's enough of that. That's enough of that.
Look at that. You want to talk about something else?
Watched any good TV lately?
No. Finished Narcos Mexico.
Did you?
Yeah.
I finished Doom Patrol.
That's sad. You were dedicated to that.
I liked it. I think it's a good show. I liked it.
I didn't. Well, you know, I do like it. I just didn't. I just haven't spent the time to watch it.
It's really, and if you watch it, it's really intro.
Let me get
Introspective.
Merriam-Webster out.
Right, introspective. means it kind of makes you look at yourself.
Does it?
That's what it means. Yeah,
Doom Patrol?
because everybody's dealing with their, like the entire all 3 seasons. Everybody was dealing with their own internal, like they're superheroes, but they were dealing with their own internal bullshit, their own internal drama, And so when you watch it, you're just I don't know. I liked it. It's a good show. It's a good show.
Yeah, that's good.
It's better than Lamageddon.
No, I don't know. You finally made me watch that since last week. And I just feel that I should watch it a couple more times. Like I feel like I
to
missed
take it
out.
all in.
Yeah, I missed it.
Oh, you missed out on a lot.
I know I did. I missed out on a lot, and I have that fear of missing out on it. Like I'm going through life, not getting everything
From Lamageddon.
from the Armageddon. So funny fact we learned last week in watching it, because I had to look up this monstrosity. Like were these kids serious or was this just all tongue in cheek? And whenever Lamageddon came out. It went straight to Amazon Prime. Imagine that. But it went straight to Amazon Prime, and you could stream it for $1,000,000.99. That was their marketing ploy to make people talk about it. So obviously, there's $1 million rental on Amazon Prime, and I just want to know if anyone actually spent that money.
No.
And
No.
did they live any longer after the movie?
If they did spend that money, right? Did
they jump off the bridge?
Well, if anybody spent that money to watch that movie, they've got enough money that wasn't nothing to them. So they probably hoovered, sneezed through their newspaper rolled cigar.
Right. And then they said, you know what? Hey, let's spend
$1 million watching this.
I mean, and it goes to show you, man.
The movie is terribly, terribly brilliant. That's what I'm gonna describe it as. Terribly brilliant. It's so terrible.
Do you want to put wings on our trailer?
Right. It's so
enclosed,
terrible.
That enclosed. Let's put wings on that, and just go shove it in a farmer's field, and we could film the sequel to Lamageddon.
Well, they're filming a sequel to Lamageddon.
No, they're not.
I thought you said they were. I thought you Googled it.
No, I didn't see that part. I don't remember if I did say it.
I think there's a part 2.
That would be even worse. Hopefully that's $2 million.
I think they're working on a part 2. I think they are.
The economy's up, is what they say. So you can get $2 million for streaming that one.
If you've got Prime, if you got a Prime account, it's free. It's not $1 million anymore. It's free. And you can go watch this movie. It's called Lamageddon, and it is absolutely terrible.
And he's saying llama.
Yes, Lamageddon.
Yeah. So look that up during this snow-in.
It's a story about his boy and his llama.
Well,
that's what it's about.
Is it about the boy and the
llama?
Wholesome.
It's a very wholesome story.
I think it's about a llama trying to set down roots in new land.
That's right. Oh, yeah.
And he was denied that.
He was.
So if you look at the political angle on that.
But was he? Because one of his fuzzy little eggs got made it.
Oh, yeah. So that's where the sequel comes in.
They set you up for
I missed some.
See?
Well, I think I was working at the same time, or I was.
You were playing cards.
Oh, I was playing cards. So yeah, no, that was a terrible, terribly great movie. So yeah, during the snow-in, check out Lamageddon. And
also check out Velocipaster.
Velocipaster, like
yes,
like pastor.
The guy at church,
yes.
Velocipaster.
Yes.
That's another.
What's the chicken one?
That's another. I don't know because it won't let me watch. I have to pay to watch the chicken one, and I'm not going to pay to watch it.
I think you should pay to watch it.
I don't want to pay to watch it.
It just sounds like something that needs to be. We need like a trifecta of terrible.
Well, I mean.
Velocipaster.
I mean.
Oh, I saw parts of that. You put that on right after.
That's the one where
the car exploded. Can we get those kind of special effects with our fancy program?
Maybe that's what I'll do today. Maybe I'll just put a VFX car on fire behind us.
Yeah, exactly. What Velociraptor? If you watch the first 10 minutes, you will finish the movie because you want to know how much worse it's going to get. And it's just phenomenal. I mean, it's absolutely phenomenal. We don't do much in editing here, and the only thing we do really is sync the video with the audio.
And I put the stuff behind.
Yeah, and he shoves something. So we don't do we don't go through and cut out parts and all that stuff. This is literally this perfection comes naturally to us.
That's right.
But they did the same amount of editing that we do, and it's a full length featured movie. It's fantastic.
Oh, it's wonderful. So an actual, on the level of those movies, Matt Stone and Trey Parker, the South Park guys. Their very first movie they ever made is called Cannibal the Musical. And if you've not seen Cannibal the Musical, it is also, it's kind of terrible, but it's actually a pretty good movie at the end. So I mean, it's just, that's the first movie they ever made, I believe. And
I don't think
I've seen it. I've seen it more than a couple of times because it's decent. It's pretty good. It's funny.
Is it cheesy like the Lamageddons, but it actually has a better
100% cheesy.
But it's got a better plot. Like
Yes.
what makes it like? Does it make it better?
So him and I think they're in California, and him and a bunch of guys set out across Utah naturally because it wouldn't be Matt Stone and Trey Parker if they weren't making fun of Utah and the people that live in Utah. And they set out across Utah and going somewhere, and they get lost, and one of them meets the other four supposedly, and it's just full of nonsense. It's a good movie though. It's a really good movie.
What's that on?
You can probably, I don't know where you're gonna find it.
Gotcha.
You're gonna have to look for it. I don't know where you find. I think it was on the Hula Hoops.
Oh, okay.
I think.
Probably Comedy Central's on there pretty good.
Yeah, but this isn't exactly an advertised one. So, like, I've noticed that Orgasmo, which is another movie Matt Stone and Trey Parker made. I noticed. Have you seen that?
No.
Oh, that one's really good. That one's really, 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 really good.
So I finish. I
So-
finished Narcos Mexico, and you're like Lamageddon, and what'd you just say?
Orgasmo.
Oh, you were watching it in here, and I saw
Yes.
parts of it.
Yes, that's the one where he's a Mormon missionary and he gets talked into doing porn.
That's right.
And
I've seen a lot of that now that
and his little sidekicks.
Isn't he
name
married
is,
too? Doesn't he have a
well, no, he's got a girlfriend.
He's got a girlfriend. Yeah.
And so he doesn't do. So he gets a cock double.
Yeah.
And because he's Mormon, so he can't do the sex scenes.
Right.
And
Do you think it's do you think he hired this cigar company to be his double?
I don't. Yeah,
the
maybe
the BBC.
the BBC cigar company. Well, that's actually funny because in one of the scenes when they call in the double, and it is a huge black dude. So
And he's what, like a pasty white guy?
yeah, and he's a pasty white guy.
And that's his penis
Right.
double? Okay,
Right.
on.
Right, it's great. Yeah, it's a good one. All their stuff's pretty good. I wish I could have got to go see the musical. I really, really wanted to go see the musical when it was turned. And it came to St. Louis. What was the name of it? The Book of Mormon was their musical.
Really?
And it came to St. Louis. I really wanted to go see it, but I missed out on it. So, and now you can't see it no more. I don't think.
Look at that. Like, I'm squeezing it, but look at that gap.
I don't care anymore.
I know.
We spent a half an hour talking about those garbage cigars, and then went straight into garbage movies.
So,
The garbage movies are better than those garbage cigars.
dude, my cheeks hurt from
Drawing on it?
Yeah, like it is packed tight.
It's probably just holding too much humidity.
Look at that. It's
That's
cracked.
why when you put these in the walk-in, every time we put a new box of these in the walk-in, I wait a couple days.
Yeah.
Because I want them to just because the storage humidor is way higher than the walk-in humidor. That way, the cigars can survive shipping and still be, good shape.
And check that out. The phone's ringing.
Right.
Right.
Which never, ever happens.
Right. We're just going to let it go to voicemail. That we won't check. So I'm still not...
Pretty soon that stupid golf game's going to start singing.
Well, we might as well have customers lined up banging on the doors, too. Oh, wait. It's first quarter. First quarter blues. There's a big smoke. There's a big smoke in Hawaii.
A big smoke.
Yeah, it's not actually a big smoke. So the guy we
I
shipped,
don't understand.
it's like a big cigar party.
Oh, okay.
Right. And in Hawaii.
All right.
Oh, yeah, I'm still talking about cigars. My bad.
I thought when you said, I mean, I was like, there's a volcanoes out there, so I'm sure there's big smoke out there.
Right. Yeah, absolutely. I think Big Smoke is trademarked by somebody else, but the guy's having a big old thing. He bought those 10 boxes of Peacemakers to sell at his store. And then, so that longboard I sent him it's going to be part of the giveaways and raffles and stuff like that he's doing. So that's pretty cool.
What's the name of his store?
Mukalake Cigars.
Oh, we can't pronounce it.
Yeah, I think I did pretty good. I think I'm pretty close.
No, it's
I didn't.
probably because they really enunciate their vowels. Man, I don't know what's going on. I usually don't sneeze that much right away.
It's this quality tobacco.
Maybe. But they really pronunciate their vowels, so it's
Pronunciate?
something.
Is that
Yes.
a pronunciate?
I think so.
I don't, dude. I'm dumb as rocks, man. I don't.
Pretty sure that's a word.
I like just on purpose butchering.
Maybe it's maybe I meant to say it. Maybe I'm joining pronounce and enunciate. Yep, that's what I'm doing.
Okay.
It's enunciate. Their vowels.
Okay.
I don't know if that's right either.
Too bad we already used the dumpster fire
Right.
image on the back. You gonna leave the house if we get the 12 inches of snow? Do you have something all-wheel drive? Four-wheel drive?
No, and I'm gonna leave the wagon here and drive the truck home.
Are you really?
Yeah, because that guy's actually talking about coming to get it Friday. He's gonna get on a plane.
The guy
fly up.
The guy Jeff's talking to?
Yes.
So hold on. The guy's gonna get on a plane,
Yes.
fly here from Mexico.
No, Texas.
Texas.
Close enough.
Right, same thing. And pick up that BMW and drive it back.
And drive it back. It'll make it back.
It'll
No
definitely
problem
make it
at
back.
all.
The engine transmission's
Yeah,
perfect.
it drives great. It's a good running car.
How does that even...
But yes, that's what he's talking about doing, and whatever, man. So he's gonna fly into Lambert. I guess get an Uber over here. I don't know how that's gonna work.
Well, we always pick up customers at the airport that buy BMWs. Do you know we haven't sold one BMW locally?
Well, I'm not going to pick him up. So if Jeff or you want to go pick him up, that's fine.
I'm not picking up anybody. It's not my sale.
But I'm not picking him up.
I sold my car yesterday. And
You still got one.
I used that truck today to move the dumpster. Dumpster's like halfway out in the alley now. I got mad. And it did perfect. Did great. That's a nice little truck.
Oh yeah, it's a Nissan.
Well, yeah, no,
That truck will run forever.
I kind of fell in love with it. Like, it's so
That
basic.
truck will run forever.
That thing is so basic, but I like that it's basic. There's nothing that's going to go wrong. Like, there's not a million buttons to figure out how to turn off the seat warmer.
You're filing bankruptcy anyway.
Right,
so.
right. If you're a bankruptcy lawyer, send me a message. We'll get you on the podcast for a discount.
Right.
I'm not filing bankruptcy. We're going to open up shop number 2.
Hey,
and everything's going to be perfect.
It would be great advertisement since most of the people that watch this are probably thinking about filing bankruptcy themselves.
I got to go. So, yeah, I can't really file because I'd have to move all property over to different names. And I couldn't move the Alton building over because I was still paying on that one. So I'd have to reaffirm that. So, really just a big old nightmare. So, this is all part of the plan.
Right.
It's
all part of the plan.
We have no investors except for Discover, Citibank, Capital One. Who else do we have? American Express. Now, a new Lowe's account. I have a Lowe's credit card now.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, yep. I feel like I'm missing a few.
Right.
I got like 2 of everything. I didn't know credit cards were like Pokemon, so you just collect them all. And then I just get done ringing them up, like max them out, and I just throw them in a drawer. So I don't want to use that at the gas station.
Right.
Speaking of the gas station, I go this morning to get gas in the truck. The light's been on for like 2 days. So I drive over there today to get gas, and I hit the first station across the bridge over in St. Charles County there. And I pull up to the pump, and I go in, and I just give them, some money and turn the pump on. So I go out, and I pump the gas, and there's you know, that first gas station over there, it's always interesting. You know, it's like such a melting pot of people.
Right.
And so this guy comes up. He's walking up. He's the only other car at the pumps. His car's running. It's him and a girl in there. No tinted windows. I'd say like a Mazda 3 or something, right? Nice little fuel-efficient car.
Right.
And he goes, "Sir, excuse me, sir." And I'm like, you know, it's 7-something in the morning. I really just want to get gas. I had to go get a battery. I had to go put a battery in a Subaru. I did all that this morning. And I got the one wheel. So I roll, you know, I look over, giving him the, I really don't want to, I really don't want to talk with you look. And he goes, "Hey," he goes, "I got real messed up last night. I got super drunk, and I've been sleeping, like, off the side of the road with the car running. And I got to get to Fairview Heights, and I'm almost out of gas." He goes, I got really, like, just plowed. Like, and I go,
Did you give him money?
I did not give him money.
Oh, you got to give a guy like that money.
No, I go, "Do you want gas?"
You have to reward honesty.
I go, "Do you want gas?" And he goes, "Yeah." He goes, "Man, probably $5 will get me to Fairview Heights." And I go, "Buddy, I'll put 10 in there." So I walked back into the gas station, put 10 on his pump to let him freaking pump $10 in gas in. And he was so thankful. And I go, I'm like, dude, it was a flashback to the pawn shop. You know, I was so disgusted when he started talking to me. And then he's like,
honesty, though.
And he came right out. He goes, "Hey," well, first, it was funny. He goes, "Hey, I'm not asking for money or anything, but can I get a couple dollars for?" I was like, "Dude, you just said I'm not going to ask for money or anything, and then said, can I get a couple dollars for gas?" He goes, "I don't want the cash. I really need gas." And I was like, he goes, "We went out drinking last night, and I got trashed. I've been sleeping." So they've been letting the car run, keeping them warm, sleeping in the car. I was like, "You know what, dude? Yeah." He goes, "Man, $5 probably get me to Fairview." And he's like, "I got a quarter tank. I'm just scared of, you know, quarter tank probably get Fairview in a 4-cylinder Mazda."
Should.
I was like, "You know what, man? I'm going to put 10 in there just because I enjoyed that story. I'm going to tell the world."
Good job, buddy.
Yeah. He didn't tell, no sob story. He's like, "I got wasted, bro." He goes, "I slept in this car." And I was like, "Yeah, fair enough. We've all been there."
Yeah,
you know?
you got to reward honesty.
Yeah,
man.
yeah. And then, so when a man asks for help, you know, you help.
him.
So he didn't want the money, he wanted gas. And I was like, "Yes." Yeah. So I walked in, and then they're all nosy, being busybodies in there. And they're like, "What did he come walking up to you for?" And I was like, "You need some gas money."
Right.
So I put 10 on 3. And,
Right.
And they're like, "You're just going to get him gas?" I'm like, "Yeah, man asked for help, you help him."
Right.
And then I walked out of the store.
It's $10.
And then I didn't filling up the truck didn't even take, so I had to go back in the store. I was in that store 3 times today.
Right.
I was really mad.
We're not. You're not spending real money anyway. So.
No, that was real cash.
Oh.
Yeah. I don't like putting the cards in the gas pumps. I'm scared. I don't want to get it hacked. Dude, I can't have nobody hacking my cards right now. I need every dime on there. Can't wait 30 to 90 days for it to come back on.
Right.
Bad enough I got to wait 30, 90 days for some appliances.
Them still ain't coming?
No, it's supposed to be today.
Oh.
Yep.
Well, nobody's down there.
That's why. No, well, so the appliances are going to go to Mom's house, and I'm taking Mom's old ones. But still, I got a call yesterday, and so they're going to upgrade her for free, which isn't really the issue. They don't have the upgraded one in stock either. So, I mean, they could give her a solid gold refrigerator, you know, but it's not a matter of what it is. It's a matter of when it is. I need it now.
Right. Get it there.
You're messing up everything with this delays. But that's been, you know, I mean, I couldn't imagine doing this project last year when everything was even more delayed. You know, I mean, so I'm at the tail end of it, so I'm still catching some of it. But, you know, it's all new stress to me, too.
Well, that's what's going on with the new GT.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, yeah, man. That thing is, them guys just keep getting pushed back and pushed back and pushed back and pushed back.
So in the one-wheel world,
man.
The board actually pushes back. It's called pushback on the board, and it tells you to slow down. So, like, your lead foot will lift, the sensor pad side will lift, and it's telling you to slow down. So, what a lot of guys, if I didn't know about it, I'd probably just lean further and shove it down,
right,
and try to keep
crash.
going. Yeah, and then that's how people break their collarbone. So now it nosedives, it sticks into the pavement, you fly off sideways.
Well, hopefully Anthony's listening.
Right. And I'm sure he's watched. And so anyway, and then it's going to, and then you break your collarbone. So they always talk about, like, on the internet to respect the pushback. So when the board pushes back, what's funny now is now everybody's being pushed back. And there's some hatred for forward motion and one wheel. And, you know, that one, if it's still on there and we have a decent week, well, we won't have a decent week. It's going to snow it's going to be terrible for 2 days. So, there's a fantastic deal on a one wheel.
There's a couple good deals on
2.5 hours away. 2.5 hours away.
That's about an hour and a half.
Carbondale, about.
That's where I picked yours up at.
Yeah. Well, and then I found another one that was down there.
Yep.
So that's why I was asking what's going on with Carbondale. They don't like the one wheels.
That well, it's a college town, so isn't Carbondale? Yeah, that's Carbondale. Yeah. So
it used to be a great party town.
That's what they're buying them for.
Well, yeah, but they're not graduating now unless they're graduating early, I guess. But
they're broke. They're running out of money.
So they're selling mom's one wheel for half price.
Right. Yeah.
That's amazing. That's why I missed the pawn shop right there.
They wouldn't be coming in, but
I bet you they would.
You'd have to have them in
buddy. They're people
places like that.
People are looking for them to steal them because they know what the value is. So when I was down the street at the bakery on mine and I left it outside, the kids pulled in that quick.
Well, yeah,
because they saw it.
If you see anything, and they get reported on them groups all the time.
Oh, do they really?
Yeah. They'll keep your eye out for this one. Keep your eye out for it all the time.
Can you? I mean, since you connect to it, like it knows that one. Is there any trackability at all? Because
no
kidding.
Not really.
That sucks. Put one of those little tags on it. That'd be about
a little air tag on it.
Yep.
Which you could shove probably inside the battery case. So here's what I don't understand, because everybody's mad at them. Well, now over the GT thing, which I don't think they're really mad at them.
Well, it's frustrating when you pay for something. I mean, what's
when you pay $2,500?
I was going to say, what's
skateboard?
The new GT? The new GT costs $2,500 kitted out, pretty much, right?
Yeah, that's fully out.
Yeah. So like, you're gonna pay $2,500. It's got some new technology. It's got a new tire size, new wheel size. You can get it with a treaded. And so they watched the aftermarket and they kind of went to offer and everything. And they were supposed to be out late last year. And then it went to January?
No, they were supposed to be out this year.
Supposed to be out January.
Yeah, they were supposed to start shipping in January.
Right.
But now they're not shipping. From what I understand, everybody's shipping date is just keeps getting pushed back.
Which is funny.
Pushback.
So, and then what are they saying the delay is? Is Ford Motion commenting?
No, well, I think they can't get parts.
So they're made in Santa Cruz.
So you can go online and you can buy the rails, and you can buy the foot pads, but you have to buy a separate controller and a separate motor, which is what the tire's on, and and you have to buy that stuff. So you can't buy. So the motors and the controllers. Well, some of the controllers are stateside, but all of the motors come from Alibaba. What's another one?
Like DH Gate, stuff like that?
Bang Good or something like that.
I think I was on that site the other day.
But they're all coming from those kind of websites, which is overseas shipping. And when you order one or two, well, fine, they stick them in the post, and they're still coming in the normal time frame that they would normally come.
Right.
But these guys are ordering
crates full.
Crates, so they're not getting them, basically. And that's, from my understanding, that's what it is. It's all hub motors that they're having a problem with.
Do you think they're like and this isn't this hasn't come up a lot.
I can't wait for people to get them and realize that they made the rim bigger so they could proprietize the tire size.
Yeah.
But it's still the XR motor.
And then is anyone going to support it aftermarket wise?
Well, I'm sure. Oh yeah, definitely.
Just a few.
Definitely.
Just a few.
TFL will.
What's nice about the XR and the Pint X is if you want to go buy a tire, you don't have to go through one wheel.
Nope.
You can go get a go-kart tire and ride.
Yep.
I was riding mine this morning. I rode it down Western Holt. I talked to Brad McCauley. He came out and yelled obscenities at me, and then so I turned around and talked to him, and then but I tell you what, I went down Western Holt. And I was like, I'm just going to carve it up. So I'm carving here.
Right.
And then I get on the back half of Westerholt where
you can't carve.
You know,
It carves it by itself.
It carves for you.
Right.
So now I'm just trying to stay on the thing.
Right.
Yeah. I was like, can't even practice up here. So I was going to ride all the way down to Cade's and see if he wanted to come out and play, but
He's probably gone already. I think he leaves his house at like 5:30, 6 o'clock in the morning.
it depends on his jobs.
Yeah.
Yeah, sometimes.
He leaves early.
Sometimes. Yeah, I was up in, I already put a battery in her car. I did that. So I went to Reds, and then I went all the way back to Godfrey, and then I was going to wash the truck and just drive her car, but I want to let Mother Nature wash the truck.
Right. I'll probably run that BMW through the Gorilla Wash. Probably. I might not. I don't know. I might leave it dirty.
It's pretty salty.
It is.
It's pretty salty.
It is.
Yeah.
It's got all over the back window.
It's
That's why I'm not driving the van right now.
It's good. Good. Yeah, no kidding.
So the truck will be I don't know. Hopefully my chips. I'm going to ask that guy again today. Hopefully my chips in the mail.
Right.
I seen the mail run, so hopefully it's in there right now.
You could probably drive that red truck if you need be. Oop, somebody's asking. Oh, look at that last name. Somebody's asking about the red truck right now.
Oh yeah.
You and me selling to the same demographic.
Right. So anyway, I'm just wondering when those guys finally get one. But I think most of the guys that are doing aftermarket, I think they've already seen them. So maybe they'd already know.
Yeah,
but I'm just curious if the hub motor's if they just made the rim bigger so they could proprietize, because apparently that's a problem with Future Motion, is proprietizing so that they don't have to fix your stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So
was it a right to repair?
Yeah, right to repair.
Right to repair. So that means that no one but them.
Right.
And if you spend $2,500, we sell cars that cheap sometimes.
Yep.
And you have to send it back to Santa Cruz.
Yep.
To have it repaired.
You have to pay shipping to send it back to Santa Cruz
and
to have it repaired.
30. What's the weight on that? 35 pounds.
The pints are 25 to 30.
And then the
XRs are about 35 to 40, I think, and the GT's even bigger.
I think the GT was 37. The last review I saw, 37 to 38
Maybe.
pounds. So imagine shipping, and it's going to be good size.
Yeah.
So you're probably going to ship it in your original box.
The XR is 10.5 by 30.
Okay.
So the pint's 9.5 by 27.
That's going to cost you a good chunk of change.
Well, yeah.
To ship that.
To ship it out there and pay for it to be shipped back.
No way.
Yeah.
No way.
Yep. That's why everybody's so angry about it.
Yeah.
So what I don't understand is they've got these things in their hands. It can't be too hard to find somebody to reverse engineer that brain box. Which, listen, that controller's, they might be making that controller in-house at this point, but they didn't start making that controller in-house. No way.
It's probably the hoverboard companies.
There's no, it's a little different technology.
Is it?
Yeah, it's a little more complicated than the hoverboards are. The hoverboard's just a gyroscope inside the.
So like we watch those guys do a lot of tricks on YouTube, and I watched you attempt to do most of them, and I heard where they said they wired both sensors together.
Yep. So some guys are wiring their sensors together, and then like tethering them up to their leg or something like that.
Okay.
So that way, if they fall off, it turns it off.
Oh.
But
it's going a little too far.
I think that's what they called it, tethering. But so I assume that's what they're doing, but I'm not positive that's what they're doing.
That's kind of, yeah. I was looking at those parking blocks, and I was like, yeah. The parking lot was empty. I was like, man, I want to do a nose grind on that. And I was like, I don't want to break my arm before I do this podcast. Be sitting over here holding it.
But I'm just waiting to see. I think I'm going to pick up an XR. If I can find a
deal like that one we just saw.
1209 board. No, I'm going to look for a specific board.
Okay.
A specific serial number,
right.
BMS, because after, I think it's 1209. I think it starts with a 10. But after 1209 is when they got really, really bad. The battery has a serial number, and the controller or the BMS reads the serial number from the battery.
Oh.
And you can't change none of it.
Really?
Yeah.
So why would you want to change a battery? And minus it going bad, because I mean, eventually they go bad.
Because they make a battery for the XR that gives it a little more power,
Okay.
and which doesn't up its top speed any,
Right,
but it gives you more
bump up.
Right, you can climb better.
Yeah.
You can climb a hill better and
Right,
stuff like
right.
that. And longer range.
Even longer.
Even longer range.
So the XR will go 18 miles? Is that right? It's not fresh in my head.
It's got to go more than that because my Shy battery in the pint
16.
does 16 or 18. Yeah.
I don't think the XR is much more. Maybe 22 miles. I'm trying to think what it was.
I'm not positive.
It's
either
out of my
anymore.
price range, so I didn't really commit it to memory.
But they're not right now.
I know.
They're not.
I know, man, but
They're
much going out.
$12 and $1,400 right now.
Mm-hmm.
So and then if you want a complete custom Prowler, which is an XR with a pint.
Board?
No, it's an XR with the growler from TFL, the growler side plates from TFL, and it's a pint. It's a pint hub with an XR. It's a pint hub with an XR stator, which is just the motor, and they're supposed to be really torquey, and they're supposed to be really nice, and if you want one of those, you can have one of those completely custom built for $2,000.
Which is really almost Pine X price anyway. Well, Pine X,
Pine,
what,
Pine
15?
X, I think Pine X decked out is about 15.
Right.
I think that's probably where Cade was.
Look at our toys now. You know, I was so happy to get a G.I. Joe back in the day. Right. It was like $3. You know, and now it's like, I want this $2,500.
Well, funny thing is, if you had all your G.I. Joes from back in the day,
I could be able to cash them in.
And see, what I don't understand is
I took
guys like
every one of
TFL, right? And guys like TFL, they make all this stuff.
So why aren't they just making?
Why isn't somebody competing yet?
What, with TFL?
No, with Future Motion.
Yeah. No.
Why isn't one of these guys
it's got to be whatever the proprietary trademark.
No, there can't be any trademarks on it.
There's not. You don't think there's a trademark or a copyright on
but some of the technology? But
yeah.
How are you going to prove that you copied their technology?
Because they will sue you.
It's basic technology. It's basic technology.
Where else would you get it?
So if you can have somebody reverse engineer the controller, which somebody out there can do it because somebody had to build it, so that means somebody out there can look at it and go, yeah, I know what this is, and I can do this. All you have to do is change software, and it's a completely different thing. They can't trademark chips in boards because it's all generic stuff.
Okay.
They can't trademark that.
So it's the software that's trademarked.
So the software would be the only thing that they could actually really trademark.
Or patent. I think patent's the word.
Patent, whatever. Yeah. That's the only thing they could really trademark. And then let's say TFL. If TFL does it, they make their own side rails. They already make their own side rails. Mm-hmm. So obviously there's not a patent problem there.
TFL's the float life.
Yeah, the float life. So obviously there's not a problem there. They're already making different pads, different foot pads for the back and different foot pads for the front. Right. So there's obviously not a patent problem there.
Right.
You can buy these wheels generically off, like I said, Alibaba and those places. So there can't be a patent problem there because they exist.
Right.
So there can't be a patent problem there. The only place there can be a patent problem, and like the controller itself is going to be patented.
Right.
Like if you directly copy the controller and the software involved in it, then you're going to get in trouble. But all you'd have to do is tweak it, just tweak it a little bit. Just a little bit,
right.
and you're done. That's it. So I just want to know why these guys aren't competing.
Oh, I bet you somebody. So look how long they've been out. When one will come out? 15?
Well, no. So you can buy a controller box. Well, so that's the other thing about it. That controller box is basically just I'm going to say this wrong, and I know I am. It's basically just a VSS,
okay,
or VCS. I'm not sure which one it is, but it's one of the two acronyms. That's what an acronym is, right?
Yeah.
So it's one of those two acronyms, and there's somebody that already makes them with a gyro in it, and it makes all the decisions and tells it how fast it needs. Somebody that already makes it. It's just not. You can build a board for, I think, $700-800.
Okay.
You can build one. So you can buy a controller, this controller, and there's guys online doing that.
Right.
And then you buy the side plates. You buy the side plates straight from Future Motion. You buy the motor off this other website. You buy the controller off this other website, and you buy the battery off a different website. So,
do you think that maybe it's popularity why nobody's like dove in to compete with them? And like, look, what's that other one that does 60 miles an hour?
But
what's that one? What's that?
The UAC.
Yeah.
The electric unicycle, or EUC, electric unicycles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That thing's.
Well, but there's lots of companies that are. I mean, you. Oh, okay.
I think it's a truck.
There's lots of companies out there that make those.
Right.
I mean, competition's good for everybody.
Sure. Yeah, absolutely. It's going to drive it down.
Right. It makes them have a better product.
Hey, not to get back on the cigars on this, the Worst Cigar podcast. This thing has turned so bitter before I even got to the third wrapper that I'm wrapping that up.
Sounds disgusting.
Yep. I'm wrapping that up. Wrapping it up.
But it's not even. I just don't understand. They're all mad about the right to repair, which rightfully so. I should be able to buy parts and repair my own garbage.
Right.
I own it. I should be able to buy. And you can buy parts. You can buy parts off the used market. But that doesn't make sense to me. Why am I going to buy a controller to replace my bad controller? Why am I going to buy a used controller that's just going to go bad?
Right. No, I'm with that.
So that doesn't make any sense to me. There's companies out there that do repair them off market, off brand.
Right.
But I don't know how far in detail are they just sticking a new controller in, a used controller in to repair the bad controller, or are they going through the controller?
Right. Because if it's just printed circuit boards, that you can easily send those through to make sure everything connects right. I mean, PCB.
I know a guy that can do that.
Yeah, PCB repairs pretty standard. I mean, there's not.
Yeah, I know a guy that can reverse engineer that controller right now.
Right.
So, and tell me everything that's in it and what and why but then what you'd have to find is a guy that understands the software and how to make the software work. That's what you'd have to find. That I don't know a guy that can do that. But he can go through and say, well, this is what's in the board. I can build you this board with these parts.
Right.
And then you have to figure out how to make it work from there. But I just don't understand why they're not competing. Why they're not just based simply off the right to repair. Because if you tell me I can buy Future Motions for $2,500, or I can buy this other person's for $2,500, but this other person will sell me parts if something breaks. Right. They'll give me a warranty too for this amount of time. But if after the warranty's over, if something breaks, they'll actually sell me parts. Then which one do you think I'm going to buy?
Well, yeah, absolutely.
And I don't understand why nobody's done that. And they see the popularity, So, obviously there's money there to be made. And let's be honest, you can build almost that exact thing for about $700, and they're charging $2,500, $2,000.
Right.
So look at the profit margin.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, as they should.
Right. Right. You shouldn't be mad at them for making money.
No.
Give me that lighter. Can't be mad at them for making money, but who knows? There's lots of people taking them to court over that right to repair. So.
Are they really?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
They're going to court over it.
Oh yeah. Future Motion has a lot of lawsuits going on right now.
No kidding.
Yep.
I didn't know that.
Yep.
Do you think this is like the demise?
Some of them are silly because some of them are, I got hurt.
Oh.
Well, no crap, you got hurt, buddy. You're riding an electric skateboard with one wheel in the center. Yeah, you got hurt.
All right. I got our wheel updated.
Are you done already? Or are you saying this is the end?
Well, no, I'm not. I don't. I'm done with my cigar, that's for sure. That thing was absolutely garbage. Light another one.
At the end.
Like this other.
Like the blimp/dog turd.
Yeah, it's like a champion size. Like a little
champion size.
Punch Makes It calls it the champion size.
What about one of the box presses?
They probably smoke really well. It's kind of leaving a bad taste in my mouth. I'll get this root beer.
2 box presses there.
Hey, what did we say we were going to give away this week? Or did we?
Hats. Hats that we don't have yet.
So I called and checked. The hats should be done tomorrow or so. So because there's 80 of them.
Yeah.
So we already owe 2 hats out. Yep. Because we only had 2 people comment.
Yeah.
So we have 2 hats already going.
No. It's a T-shirt or a beanie.
T-shirt or beanie?
Yep.
Yeah, dealer's choice, like whatever.
T-shirt or beanie because I seen somebody comment sugar beanie, and I was like, what the?
Right.
Do we not know how to talk, or do you not know how to hear?
Right. Yes. Probably both.
Right. Definitely both.
So we are going to. What do you want to give away next week? A shirt or a beanie again?
I don't know.
Maybe
so maybe we just hold off till we hit 100.
Well,
That's what I think.
We're almost there.
I think we hold off till we hit 100 before we give anything else away.
So that it makes people share and ask them to subscribe?
Yep.
So it's only 10 away.
Right.
So if everybody that watched last week
shares
would have subscribed
or shares,
we would have been way over. That's a big number.
That is, I can't.
191.
Yeah, that's the best one so far.
Yeah.
Who knew? Best one so far.
Who knew John was our rock star?
Right.
He's off on Tuesday.
John did.
Well, John knows he's a rock star.
Right.
So we need to have John as a regular.
Right. John
will sit here the whole time where I get up and leave.
John did.
Just make John take my spot. Right on. So we got 3 names on the wheel. We had several comments, but we had a few extras. Multiple comments from the same people. So we're going to give away. So if you win, so you had to watch this to find out if you won. But if you win, we're on Facebook Unrolled. We're on Instagram, but it is the Unrolled Cigar Podcast on Instagram. And then, or I don't know if you can send a message via YouTube or not. I don't know if I've ever gotten one.
You can email.
Yeah, it probably
should be able to email.
Probably goes right to my phone. So I'm going to spin the wheel. So we got 3 names on there, but we doubled it up. You can't see it from that distance, I'm sure. But I'm going to hit spin. Yeah, I'm really good at this.
All right.
Yep.
Good job.
We're done.
No, nope. It's not working at all.
No. Hold on. Okay. Spin.
No?
Oh, look at that spinning.
Oh, there we go.
Look at that. That's pretty cool.
And
is it going to stop there?
Andy Bierman.
Andy Bierman. I don't think your name's right.
Winner, chicken dinner.
So, Andy, can I share that? Where does that go? I'm just going to save the image. I'll post that. Oh, it's probably his name spelled wrong, so I probably shouldn't. So anyway, well, I'd like to do a live too. Like, we'll get to 100, we'll do a live, and we'll interact with some folks. I'll do a live from my phone while we're recording. I'm smacking the microphone.
Good job.
Right.
That's the 3rd time today.
There's 4th.
4. Just punch it.
We might have gone through most of this without swearing.
Just punch. I think so.
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah.
So.
And I'm super angry.
Right. So.
I can't even.
There that is.
Yeah. So now we have a huge mess. So remember, you get what you pay for when it comes to cigars.
Obviously.
Yeah.
I obviously get what you pay for.
But I'm going to tell you though, if this cigar costs $2, it's still going to be someone's favorite cigar, because it just might hit all the palate just right, and it might be their favorite cigar.
It's $2.
Yeah, and so good for you. I don't know what my favorite cigar is. Probably the Table 36 Peacemaker, because we need to sell more of those. And so as you sit at home and watch the snow fall, we're gonna get out and try to one wheel.
No, I'm not going out there in that crap.
You got a Fender.
Them guys are insane.
I gotta find.
I'm not badgered for one. I'm not. That's the other thing I'm curious about the GT is if they're going to come more waterproofed or if they're going to deny claims based on that. Because that's normally what they deny claims based on anyway. Well, there's a little bit of water in here.
Well, the pints are more waterproof than anything.
Yes.
So, can we just change this to the better, instead of the worst cigar podcast on the internet, the better one wheel podcast?
Right. No, because it's a terrible one wheel podcast too.
Is it?
Have you watched much of that racing?
No, I've only seen a few.
That guy is so high.
Yeah.
He's just so. Oh, he just stares at the camera and grins, and it's like, buddy, you got to tone that down a little. Everybody knows you are not playing that off at all. I don't think he's trying to. So fair enough.
So who's coming on next week? Think Hinkle might?
Hipster Hinkle.
All right. And then we're going to try to maybe get Jared, his business neighbor and kind of business partner, on the second. Maybe we can get both of them up here.
His partner? His life partner.
His life partner.
His life partner.
Yeah, Jared's cool. He's the other long hair that comes in.
Right.
So.
Right. Get a haircut and get a real job.
Yeah. All right. So we are in double digits on the podcast here.
Yes, this was 10.
Yeah, this was 10.
10.
And we talked more about cigars, and I apologize for that sincerely. But hopefully there was a little education in there, and I'm going to throw all this in the garbage where it's supposed to be. I'd like to shout out Golden Tea for not interrupting this whole hour and 16 minutes.
Yeah, it's going to start now.
Well, it probably will, but we still had an hour and 16 minutes of...
Usually I get a notification. I've noticed that. I'll get a notification from GT Caddy.
Oh, really?
And right before it starts screaming at us. I don't know if it's
Does it know where
coincidental or I don't know if it's just coincidence but I noticed it about my phone will chime and then about 5 minutes later that thing will start screaming.
Really?
Yeah.
I'll be darned. So I have the GT Caddy as well, but I don't have notifications set to come through.
Yeah, well, I don't know how to turn them off.
I get enough of notifications all the time. So yep. I got some. I got a truck to sell. I'm gonna work on that.
So go to Unrolled on Facebook. It's just Unrolled, right?
Yep.
So on Facebook, Unrolled.
Yep.
On Instagram, Unrolled Cigar Podcast. Of course, like, subscribe, and share. You have to share, people. And same thing with the Facebook page. Like, share. Same thing with the Instagram page. Like and share, comment.
Pretty please.
Send your pictures in.
Send your pictures in.
I guess pictures of your cigars, you smoking cigars, that kind of thing.
That'd be kind of cool.
We'll post some stuff like that up.
You know what? If you're smoking a cigar with it up, like in your man cave, yeah, we need to post those pictures.
If you want to find me on Facebook and send me dick pics, it is what it is. You'll get one back. I promise.
Yeah, if you send one to me, I'm going to send you this one.
Right.
It's the BBC from the Deep South. It's my cigar now.
That is. I mean, look at it though. Look at the.
They knew what they were doing.
Yeah, they know exactly what they're doing
Right.
with their.
It's kind of comical. I mean, I'm not mad at it really. It's 7 by 70 probably.
It's a big
over,
black chicken.
Yep, over an inch round, over an inch. Look at there. I'm just not super thrilled. I don't know if we'll order from them or not.
Garbage.
I liked reading the newspaper. That was about
Garbage.
it. I liked looking at the.
Well, this one's in English, but I got it out of there. All right, so.
Well, you're still not gonna.
Crisis, anniversary, subconscious effect, prior bout with. Can't read the anxious, foreseen her diagnosis.
This podcast is going down.
Help, but they have. I mean, I'm just reading.
I know it's terrible.
Reading their stupid newspaper. It just.
You want me to stop and get a paper next week?
It just looks terrible, man.
You want me to stop and get a paper? We just read the paper?
Can we start rolling our cigars in them?
No.
And shipping them out?
No, the ink transfers.
Look at this.
If that's a real newspaper, the ink transfers.
It's a real newspaper.
Right. Were you ever a newspaper delivery boy? Did you ever deliver newspapers?
Nope.
So, like, when you got
delivered
done...
telephone books one year.
How'd that go?
Oh, that was great.
Straight to the dumpster?
That was great. No. Go ahead and finish what you were saying. I'll tell you about it.
But when you deliver newspapers, maybe it's different now because obviously I'm not doing it for a living now. But so when I
might have to start.
Right, I will. If anybody needs I don't know what I'm good at, but anyway. So, but your hands would be black from the ink transfer.
Right.
So now you're going to put that. Now, granted, you're handling 75 newspapers.
And you're oily.
Your hands are oily, right? But tobacco leaves are also. I mean, you're keeping them humid.
Right. That's what I was going to say. They're supposed to be a little damp.
Right.
So.
And then you're going to wrap that up, and so that ink transfer. I don't know if I want to smoke the
smoking ink.
I don't know if I want to smoke ink.
Good job, people. Good job.
We have Hinkle on here. We'll ask him if he can smoke ink.
So yeah, we went down. Me and my buddy went down And I was driving this Blazer. I think I talked about the Blazer last episode. This piece of junk Blazer with no business being on the road.
Right.
And we had the Blazer full of it was a fold down tailgate Blazer.
Right.
We had a Blazer full of phone books, and we were smoking a lot of recreational marijuanas.
Right.
And we were doing it right for, I don't know, maybe a block. And then
maybe one block.
And then and we were delivering up behind our area was up behind on the bluff. Up behind Mitchell Mansion in that place.
Yeah.
That was our area.
Right.
And so we maybe made it about a block doing it right, running up, setting them down, and then I started tossing them. Phone book, I was just tossing them.
Did you announce it before you threw it?
Yep. Phone book, I was just tossing them.
Did you guys break anything?
Oh man, just completely obliterated.
Nice.
How we weren't in jail.
Yeah.
By the end of the road. I mean, there's a guy screaming phone book and throwing phone books and shit.
What time of the day is this? Like 2 a.m?
No, it was about 10 a.m. to 11 o'clock.
Yeah, so midday stuff. Most people are at work.
Yeah.
That's funny.
No, there were people out.
Yeah.
There were people out walking their dogs and stuff, and I'm tossing phone books.
We used to toss stuff out of the car all the time. Oh, all right.
Tossing phone books.
I'm just going to deny that one for now.
Tossing them. Yeah, you probably should.
Yep.
It's probably angry.
I don't care what he is.
So, it's just, it was a good time. We had a good time. We always had a good time.
Hey, this is kind of like B-roll stuff here, but do you ever throw anything like at someone from the car?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, we drove back from Oklahoma one time, and I was peeing in a humdinger cup in a styrofoam.
Yeah.
Since nobody knows what a humdinger is, styrofoam soda cup, and I set it down between my feet, and we were on the last stretch. It was hot. Car didn't have no air conditioning. It was like freaking end of July or August, and so I set it down at my feet, and I was holding it there. Why I didn't throw it out the window then, I don't know, but I just didn't. And so lots of drugs. So I'm sure that had an effect on my decision making. We got into Wood River, and I still feel really, really bad to this day. We got into Wood River, and there's this guy riding a bike, he got covered in hot.
Oh no!
I still feel really, really bad to this day about it.
Man.
But, and then another time we were driving through Bethalto, and we probably should have went to jail for this one. There was kids running around the neighborhood. We were 16, I think. But there were kids running around the neighborhood, and they were vandalizing cars. Just doing stupid vandalism, right?
Pulling the hood ornaments off.
Right, that kind of thing. And breaking your antenna, pulling the hood ornaments, that kind of thing, right?
Right.
And so we're driving down the road. We're driving down 140, and we see them walking. And we knew that they were doing this. We seen them walking, so we turned around, went back to my house, and got eggs.
Oh, nice.
And so we're driving down the road, and my buddy leans out the window, and he throws this egg. And he throws this egg. So we're doing like 40 down 140. It's a highway, people. And we're doing like 40, and he throws this egg so hard it passes the car. It passes our car, and it hits this kid in the gut, and he just folds over, falls to the ground. And instantly, all his friends start laughing at him.
Yeah,
because that's the kind of kids they were the same kind of kids we were.
Yeah.
So, and instantly they start laughing at him, and that was great too. But I'm sure that kid was bruised and sore. Oh man, dude, surprised it didn't kill him. I mean, it was just an egg. It passed the car.
Yeah, but if an egg's doing 50 miles an hour and hits you, it's gonna hurt.
You
think
imagine.
You think you knock somebody out with an egg?
I'd imagine.
Like,
he doubled over and fell down instantly. Instantly.
Took all his breath out.
That was before 255 was there and stuff too.
No, so it was pretty busy.
Oh man,
nice.
Hurt him. Had to hurt him. Wingnut smoked a kid in the face with a cheeseburger one time.
Just feeding the hungry.
he says his kid was fat kid. He was a fat kid.
Come on.
And he goes, eat this fat ass, and he fucking pelts him in the face. Oh, I cussed. Oh well. And he pelts him in the face with his cheeseburger.
Oh, shoot.
And I looked at him and I go, come on, man. You can't. What the hell? That was uncalled for.
Man, I got so many stories, and anybody that watches this from my past knows that we have so many stories. And I think that one of my favorite, not the worst story in the world. Yeah, my phone's blowing up. All right, I'm gonna tell one. We called it Soda Patrol. We were on patrol with sodas, right? So we got to leave for high school, and then we get a drink. And
Same thing we did at our high school.
So you fill it up with like sweetener and whatever. You're just an asshole, and then you're stuck on a podcast like this. So anyway, it's the day after Thanksgiving. We're getting gas at Quick Trip, probably some beer, and so they had the pies sitting there that quick in case you forgot one for Thanksgiving. They had them on the counter. You all right? So I talked the person into just giving me 2 pies. Like, we didn't pay for them. We just had 2 pies. So we're in the Godfrey Quick Trip.
We paid for everything we threw.
And we, they gave it to me. So we're driving down the State Street or the Bell. I don't know. We're going to downtown Alton. And I don't know how many people are in the car. And I'm not really quite sure. I think I was in the front, and then my buddy was in the back. So we're heading down. We're probably under 21. So we're heading downtown to drink, obviously. And there was 2 Utes. There's 2 Utes walking by the housing authority complex there, the community.
Bell Manor.
Yeah, Alton Acres, Bell Manor, whatever. And so there's 2 Utes right there on that sidewalk, and they're pretty good distance. Like it's going to take some quick geometry. You're moving at 45 miles an hour. You have an 8-pound pie,
right? And
you need to get it so many feet. So really,
heavy pie,
right? We actually surprisingly got really good at this, but so we're cruising down the road, and I start rolling the window down. It's the day after Thanksgiving. Might have been the day before. It could have been Thanksgiving. I don't know. Whatever it was, we're en route. And so I see these 2 Utes. We got 2 pies. I mean, the match just equaled out. These dudes needed some pecan pies. So we pop them open.
It's time to eat.
Out of the plastic. We don't want to litter. So we pull the pies out of the plastic. We each try a pecan. It's pretty nice. And this all happens it's dark. So everything happens so quickly. And so I toss the pie. The back passenger tosses the pie. 2 Utes. 1 Ute takes 2 pies. Just
got him. Oh,
both
man.
of them. His buddy is on the ground laughing at him because you just got smoked by 2 pies. 2 pecan pies hit you in the chest, and I maybe one was a pumpkin. I'm not sure, man. It doesn't really matter.
Doesn't matter at all.
But the thrill of being able to hit a moving target while you're moving the opposite direction. All these things come in. It's like, you're doing the Limitless scene, man. I'm doing all this math and stuff, and then it's like you gotta, but like if you get out and you throw real hard, you're messing with. Just let the car momentum take you.
Yep.
And so yeah, we got super good at that, and there's a lot of probably stories I'll never tell anybody, at least on record.
Right.
But yeah, this dude took 2 pies to the chest, and and his buddy just, we watched him laugh at him as we went around the corner and continued on with our day. So, we're just feeding the people.
I actually wonder who them kids are now that I think about it.
What's that?
Them kids. I wonder who they were.
The Utes that I hit with the pies?
No, the one that got hit with the egg. Because there was 3 of them.
They're probably backyard wrestlers.
No, actually, if I'm thinking about it, I think I know who they probably were. That's funny.
Think they're still around the neighborhood?
Yeah, that's even funnier.
They're the ones throwing nails in your driveway 2 years ago?
No. No, I know who did that. I know who did that.
Still mad about the egg.
I know who did that. I know exactly who did that.
So we've done it so much, and I do believe in karma, right? We've done it so much. When I walk the dog, I fully intend on getting smoked in the back of the head with a cup.
Well,
I deserve it.
We used to go to the corner.
I ain't gonna be mad.
Right. We used to go to the corner at the high school, and that was a routine. So you would they would drive, the seniors or the juniors would drive by and pelch you with sodas.
Right.
And so it's your turn. It's not.
Right.
It's not. our karma was getting them back.
Right.
Was it was our turn. That was all it was.
Yeah, no, I mean, we took it outside of the school hours and the school kids.
We used to be pretty good at hitting signs.
Oh, man, I loved hitting signs.
Yeah.
That was my favorite.
Dong.
Yeah, we
Used to be real good at hitting signs.
we came across a bag of frozen chicken wings, and you can't really do much with those. So what you do is you just drive around, you toss them out the window, hitting, and it, when you're showing off, you can drive, throw over to the car,
Yep.
smoke the sign, and I don't know if it's like the 8 beers you already
Chicken
had,
wings,
but they're frozen.
We
We just felt like rock stars. I almost played a song one night when we were doing this. I mean, it was great.
we pulled over and got out, and there was had a box in the car, and we spent, I don't know, probably an hour smoking and shucking corn into this box. Right, we filled this. It was a pretty good sized box. We filled this box,
Right.
and then we drove around looking for a car with the windows down
To put corn
or
in
the
it?
sunroof, so we could dump all this corn. And that's what we did. We found one with the sunroof open, and we dumped all this corn inside this guy's car, all of it.
That's so.
But it's just amazing that we spent an hour, all of us, like
you're
4 people in a car, shucking corn into this box.
But you're baked though, so it makes sense at the time. Like,
Right.
this is going to be, and
Absolutely
you're probably
baked.
laughing so hard because you
Right.
know how funny this is going to be. Like, dude, this guy's
But you
going to
don't-
come out and see all this corn in his car, be like,
But you don't
"What?"
even get to enjoy the reward.
No, you're enjoying the reward before you even go do the act because you already have the whole thing visioned
Because
out.
you know the guy's going to get out and go, what in the? How in the? Why? Just why?
Yeah, we
Ruined his day.
yeah, it does.
Ruined his week because
Yeah.
he was sucking corn out of his car for a week.
Just throw some field mice in there while you're at it. Just let it go.
Man.
What? Yeah, man. I fully, because I walk the dogs down a pretty busy road. So like when I walk with my head up real high, and I'm just like, you know what? Just go ahead, boys. Just hopefully it hits the back, not the head. There's like, wintertime. There's freshmen walking back to class, and you smoke them with a soda or
Yep.
water. And it's like you're already going to a huge school. You're probably nervous. You're walking alone. Because 2 people, one can get a plate. So you always pick the one that's alone.
Right. Right.
And then you get smoked with a fountain drink. And it's like, so I fully intend on getting mine. I'm sure somebody's going to hit me. I won't call the cops on you, man. So you see me walking on the street, you hit me with the soda. I won't even be mad. I'm like, it's just, yeah, I know it's coming.
We always seen them coming because it was the only time that ever was a thing that you were worried about that was walking the corner at high school. Out there smoking, and
Right.
we would see them coming, and move, or
Shit's like Boys in the Hood.
like fucking position yourself so that you're not the easiest target of the group.
Right. Yeah, no, I get it.
And it's the one time growing up being short paid off for me because I wasn't the easiest. I was the smallest target to hit.
Right.
But
Ricky.
right, and you would always position yourself,
Some 80s Subaru coming by with the windows
Right.
going down.
and then
Bunch of Burger King cups coming.
right, and so and then you'd switch corners. You would change corners so that they wouldn't realize, oh, I didn't get him yesterday. You know what I mean? So you'd go to the other corner.
Like, man,
And,
2 more years, I'm gonna be hitting these kids up.
Right.
I can't wait till it's my turn.
So you go to the other corner, and just to change it up a little bit, because different guys went in different corners of the school,
Right.
and different groups, and it's just, I don't know. That's what we did.
They would always speed up too. Half the time they'd miss, man. You just hear them getting on the throttle, just wog coming at you, and you're like, "Geez, bro, like you weren't even slick about that one.
Right.
Like you just gotta like roll with it, man. Be real casual and just kind of toss that out at 55, man. It's gonna get them.
It all ended when they started trying to make us walk, and most people. It's just the funniest thing ever. So the school decided that we couldn't stand on the corner and smoke, but it wasn't school property.
Right.
So they would make us. You had to walk, and they would send the wrestling coach, Mr. Bradley, I think was his name, big dude.
Right.
They would send him out to patrol.
In a car.
Yeah,
Oh.
and he would point at you, go, you got to be walking, and people would walk. It never worked on me.
Right.
It never worked on me because I was like, no, I don't. I'm not on school property.
Right.
and he would get so mad. And he drove by one time, and I was in a bad mood. And he goes, "You got to walk." And I just went,
Right.
"I ain't got to do shit."
Right.
And I told him off. And then I got called into the principal's office. And somehow they suspended me, which I'm sure if I would have argued it, if I would have argued it, I probably wouldn't. But I don't want to be here anyway. Thank you.
Right, yeah.
And that's when we started hiding in the bush.
Oh, yeah?
There was some bushes right there, and it was big enough for 2 or 3 people. There's the overhang and the underneath was big enough for 2 or 3 people to sit comfortably and smoke.
That's funny.
So we started hiding in the bush.
We gained access to a house across the street from the high school, and I forgot all about that. We had a customer come in, and she goes, "Remember when you guys had that house?" I was like, "No, what are you talking about?" "Yeah, everybody just go over there to smoke." Because I never smoked cigarettes, so I was like, "Oh yeah, we were literally
in the back."
No, it was in the front, right across the street, brand new construction.
Oh.
Yeah, we just assumed it was ours. Like, I think we had keys made. Like, it got real bad. Like, we just took over this house.
We had a buddy.
Nice house, too.
We had a buddy that we ended up in his garage. And he wasn't our buddy at first. Like, the first couple years, first year of high school, actually, he wasn't our buddy. And because I didn't make it through my junior, I made it a month into my junior year. So the first year he wasn't our buddy, but the second year he was our buddy.
Right.
So we were in his garage smoking.
Oh,
so
nice and close by. Yeah, we just commandeered a house. I said, "This is mine now."
we commandeered some property one time, but I'm not going to go into too much detail about it because state boy and marshals ended up showing up to investigate and who was in this property because it was, and we were only 12 or 13.
Well, that's what we were.
We would have gotten a lot of trouble had they found out that it was. And I don't know why the marshals. And here's the thing, that's when the arcade. I don't know. Nobody watching this probably went to school with me, but there was an arcade on 140. There was one in Woods River. I can't remember the name of it, but they opened a second one up on 140, and we were fixtures up there.
Sure.
Because it was our neighborhood.
Right,
we were there constantly. Well, this piece of property wasn't. You could see it from the arcade.
Right.
And we absolutely destroyed the place.
Oh.
I mean, we running through walls and tearing. We owned it. It was ours.
Sure. Yeah.
It was abandoned.
Yeah.
And it was ours. We owned it.
This was brand new construction.
Yeah. Yeah, this wasn't brand new, but
This is
it was ours.
the carpet wasn't down, but rather than that, man, it had power, had water.
Jeez.
Oh yeah, brand new house. And they're like, "Is this your house?" We're like, "Yeah."
How were they not working on it
I don't
when
know.
you were at school hours?
I don't know. It became after school too. Like it just became like we just lived there. So like my sophomore year, I had a house. I was like, this real estate market's easy, bro. You just go in and take it.
Right.
All right, follow me for more financial advice.
Right.
All right, I think we're done.
Yeah, let's end it.
That ended. That was good. I laughed. I needed to laugh. All right, so if you stay tuned, we're not going to give away anything until we hit 100 subscribers. Anything more? But what was that name that won? I already forgot.
Andy Berman.
Congratulations to Andy for just send us a message somewhere, call the shop, I don't care, and we'll get you out a shirt or a beanie, whatever you want. And then the next giveaways will be at 100 subscribers.
Yeah, we're going to hold off. We'll wait till we get 100 subscribers. Maybe we'll have something cooler in.
Yeah, I was going to say, let's do something a little cooler.
Yeah, maybe we'll have something cooler in by then.
Maybe a cigar.
Yeah. This one right here.
Yeah.
We'll give away the BBC.
I'm going to give you my BBC. All right, we're out.
See ya.